All right, here we go. Not big enough. Way too big. But you read some fairy tales before as a kid. This is just right. I don't know, it's been like years. I feel like I should rip straight on a sheet of paper at this point, but whatever. This is day 714, and I'm having a nice solid even 8.5 out of 10. There you go. Increased since last time, because when we count the days, we count the last 24 hours. All right, we don't count everything since sundown. So technically, it's been almost 24 hours since the ending of my work shift, and the last hour of my work shift was great because I knew it was about to end. So now that that's over, I'll say the last 24 hours has been pure, unadulterated, not bliss. It's not there yet, but it's kind of a calm settling in, kind of knowing my place. Good rating, thank you. Better than last time. Sorry if I depressed you all last time with my score yesterday, but honesty is the second best policy, right behind making money. Desmus Zix. Nice to see you again. Again, that like whatever that is, that pregnant dragon profile picture, I'm never going to get over that. True that. I'm glad you agree. Pregnant dragon profile picture will stick in your head, burned its way into my retinas. We're going to make it nice and quick. This is a morning stream. In case you guys don't know how this works, the morning streams are when we are as quick and productive as possible so I can get on with my day. During the nighttime, that's kind of the bad boy stream. You know, late at night, that's when all the kids get tucked into bed by their mommies. And only the cool kids and the grown-ups can go onto the stream. And when that happens, you best believe I hold nothing back. But here, we're nice and family-friendly, all right? We don't talk about boobs or boob milk or cum or licking cum. None of that stuff. None of that will even be mentioned once. It's Tom and Jerry, bro. Tom and Jerry. Okay, where's that coming from? Is there some... What is it? Tom, Jerry? What sort of thing is Tom and Jerry equivalent right now in this stream? If you think the audio in the background is Tom and Jerry, that's my parents playing Baldur's Gate together. That's not Tom and Jerry. It's like the farthest thing from Tom and Jerry I can think of. It's like... Oh, I'm fucking stupid. Okay, that's Tom and Jerry? No fucking way. I don't see it. Tom and Jerry didn't have white fur. What is that? That is not Tom and Jerry. You are so full of it. Okay, well, you must have recolored them, all right? Tom and Jerry Albino Genetic Defect Edition. All right. And by the way, since the last stream, which was about 10 hours ago, which is not cheating because sundown happened, thank you very much, I definitely have not eaten a single meal. So it's very interesting that we're having back-to-back paper meals before I cook myself my breakfast. So I don't know if that'll have an effect on my body or if I'm just going to shut down if this is like the limit of the amount of paper continuously one can have and I just fall over onto the ground. But for now, I'm living. My heart's still beating. We'll see. You'll be fine. Thank you. Thank you. My favorite verified doctor in the chat right now. Want to see what's for breakfast? Well, okay. I skipped breakfast on accident because I slept in till like 10. So the plan is we're going to turn breakfast into lunch. So, which is my favorite thing to do with breakfast, honestly, because the best thing I have at breakfast is like Oreo O's, which are cool and all, but are nothing compared to my homemade chicken wings. Thank you very much. I have a very particular recipe when I make them. And I'm not going to say I'm good at too many things. If you want to see the things that I'm supposedly good at, go to my Instagram, which I doubt either of you have found yet. So if you are on Instagram, if you're not a pleb, you don't live under a rock, I just typed out my full name. That is not my Instagram. This is my handle. And one thing that I don't exhibit on that account is my ability to make killer wings. Thank you very much. So there are very few things in this world that I have true unadulterated confidence over. However, I will swing my cock big and wide above my head with glee and confidence when I tell you that I think that my wings are some of the best in America, at the very least. And Ethiopian wings, they don't stand a chance. But yeah, that's my answer for what's for breakfast. Okay. We are almost halfway through. All right, new bottle. Now that's saying something. No, I'm very confident. Now, obviously, a lot of reasons why people don't like my wings. That's personal taste, and your taste buds are also inferior. You know, because your taste buds are dictated sometimes by your genetic background, and some people just don't like certain tastes. I make mine pretty spicy. I don't hold back. I have some Carolina Reaper extract I used to use, and now I use real ghost peppers. I went from being a faker who would buy stuff at Pepper Palace in glass bottles, and now I take it very seriously. I take shit from the real flesh of the pepper itself. Arrowhead mentioned people say it's a bad water. They all have microplastics. They all taste like shit, if we're being honest. I like the glass bottles of water because glass doesn't, get into the water bottles. And people are saying there's an increase in microplastics. No, we're just getting better at detecting them. They've been there the whole time. Plastic has existed for like 200 years. Ever since the Industrial Revolution, we've been dealing with plastic being everywhere in our systems. Arrowhead's good. Thank you. Finally. We don't have a Dasani advocate in here. I'm so tired of them. Keep bothering me. Dasani is superior. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, Arrowhead is as good as bottled water can be. It's not perfect, but, it feels healthy when I drink it, even though all the doctors are telling me that I'm putting more microplastics or whatever in my body. If the microplastics get small enough, they can just move right through my body without getting stuck. So, problem solved. So let's just keep breaking down those plastics. Apparently, it's to the point right now, at the beginning of 2024, where you can't. Those who like salt water love Dasani. Yeah, if you want to never get hydrated ever and just cause yourself more health effects, keep drinking Dasani water. You losers. Dasani water kind of feels like Legos, and you all know Legos. When your parents would accidentally pick the wrong box at Toys R Us and then buy you Mega Blocks instead. That's what Dasani feels like. It feels like a Chinese bootleg water bottle. Doesn't feel real. Arrowhead is 100% not generic. I don't know why that was the word that popped into my head, but 100% genuine American water. Excuse me. This is all what we got left. Excuse me. Wait, hold on. I thought I had a fart. We're good. It's really interesting. In the last 3 months, we've gotten a whole new batch of frequent viewers. Because after an entire year, which is very impressive for youngsters their age, the Brianers have officially signed off regularly on the streams. They used to be consistent, regular participants. They would, participate in polls. They would keep putting their dabbing emojis in. But now I'm getting a slightly older demographic. And even though it's 2 to 3 people, that's what's so interesting to me, because just a small period of time in such a small change in just the decision of a couple of people can entirely change the base. I feel like if I had like 3 million followers, it would just be the same just clusterfuck of same types of people. But when my fan base comprises of so relatively few people, just a couple change ups like this can really switch up how a conversation goes. Hello, Ian. So, Gassy. Oh, you bet, dude. You know what the next what is it? Property of matter, or no, state of matter is right after water? That's right, water vapor, aka a giant gassy fart. Thank you very much. I've been drinking so much water and not a single fart's happened since. Lots of shitting though. Which, by the way, I believe that with every shit comes at least a little thin veil of fart. So I consider every shit also a fart. And people don't really think about that very deeply. But if you really think about it, there is no way to shit and not fart at the same time, because there's always little pockets of air around, and air coming out of your ass is, repeat after me, something that begins with F and rhymes with Bart, like Bart Simpson. That's right, a fart. So Patrick Bateman routine, but with paper. I take it so seriously. I haven't smiled or expressed glee or human emotion once in this stream. Thoughts on Johnny Bravo? I always felt like that was the Nickelodeon show that was just way too cool for me to watch when I was a kid. nothing wrong with it. The only scene I remember is when they did a crossover with Scooby Doo, and then Velma loses her glasses, and then Johnny Bravo loses his glasses, and then she goes, "I can't see without my glasses," and then Johnny Bravo starts flexing his muscles and goes, "I can't be seen without my glasses." That's the only thing I remember from that show, and also the fact that he was muscular and that I think he has a dog. That's all I remember. Okay, you ready? Let's go. Jesus. Golden. I know people have said that's the golden age of Nickelodeon. Maybe I should go back. You are back. You caught the last piece. I ate fast today. And before anybody who's new here and doesn't understand how my extremely emotionally distant approach to eating paper works, again, I really apologize. I wish it could be different. However, sometimes the streams are going to be shorter, all right, to make you appreciate the 40-minute long streams. And plus, imagine watching someone eating paper for 40 minutes every morning. Come on now. Don't do that. So, with that said, we're going to cap off today's pretty short, less than 15-minute long stream by eating this paper in 2 pieces. All right. You got to watch the deer episode. I really should. I'm still just kind of watching the stuff that I tried to start years ago and didn't finish. I'm still on to Flapjack right now. And because that show is so insanely corny, I can only make it through 1 episode a year. But I'm getting through. Cartoon Network is better. Thank you. Fist bump. Seriously. I appreciate that. You're totally not Islamic like your name suggests. That's a disguise. I know for a fact that you're probably an American because no Islamic person watches Amazing World of Gumball and does not consider it heresy. No, Flapjack is a really good show. I just think that there are some elements of it that just kind of catch me off guard. And I think to myself, I have a streaming service that I can watch anything I want. And I can watch either Flapjack or Adventure Time again for the 7th time. And so I just kind of default to my favorite show. So maybe that's a me issue. Okay, last piece. You ready? Fuck, I could stay in a stream and we could discuss Cartoon Network shows all day. Maybe I should do that. Okay. Here, poll time. Where is it? That's an emote. God, no. Here we go. How many options can you add? I'm going to do like 4 candidates here. I'm not going to stay for too long, but I want to participate in a little bit of discourse, all right? So here, let's see. Because I am passionate about this stuff. Give me a second. I'm going to add like a shit option at the end just to see how many people in my audience are built different. Also, what's this in my hair, huh? A little piece of lint. Thanks, pillowcase. You're supposed to be clean. All right. How many options are they gonna let me have? Only 4. You fucking assholes. All right, it's fine. So what am I gonna even include right now? Got something. Don't misspell it, Brian. You got 1 job. Just type it out. All right. Voting begins right now, and unfortunately, because YouTube treats me as a different species, as the guy running the stream, I can't even vote myself, so that's a real shame. But I know where my vote would be. Not there. Whoever voted that, you guys disappoint me. Okay, all right. Where's House Hunters? All right, vote for House Hunters. House Huntier. Keep voting. We got 5 people here. That's an even number. Or no, an odd number. I'm stupid. That's an odd number, which makes it even better for voting. So continue placing your votes. All 5 of you. I'm only seeing 3 votes here. Or no, I'm seeing 4 votes. Whoever is here, who's not me, I know that 5th person, actually place your vote, all right? Big problem in America aren't people voting for the wrong candidate. It's people not voting at all, which is really stupid of me to say because I haven't voted ever yet, but whatever. I'm saying within this poll, vote for House Hunters' best TV show. That's the real important election. Boo, Breaking Bad is boring. You see, this is somebody, I feel like all you watch is Flapjack and Instagram Reels. You gotta okay, I know it's 50 minutes an episode. You got so many years ahead of you. Let me look for wrinkles in your profile picture. Yeah, you're like under 30. You could totally fit that into your morning routine. 50 minutes a day. That's like the average length of a Tai Chi exercise. And I'm sure tons of people do that. You guys are so weird. You guys have time for Tai Chi and eating avocado toast, but you can't have time for 50 minutes of the best television known to man. Excuse me. I don't know why Adventure Time has 0 votes. Why does House Hunters have 0 votes? Why are you all morons? I got to season 3, I think, and that's when it gets really good too. I don't understand what's wrong with you. You got to start from scratch and keep going with the show. Do you like morally unambiguous characters with clear-cut morals who are 100% likable in every way? Do you like Pixar movies, motherfucker? Don't worry, we like to play around here. We like to have fun. I'm just kidding. I won't slight you for your terrible tastes. I judge everybody equally terribly. Should have added Chowder. I know. I only had 4 slots, though, and I had to add House Hunters. Okay. Well, I'm done with the paper, by the way. Inside Out is a movie. It's not even a TV show. We're like deviating to other bullshit. By the way, Inside Out was not too bad, but it also wasn't too good. Straight in the middle. You could tell that, okay, Inside Out to me is like a very uncreative, like not very uncreative is a word, right? Yeah, uncreative. Okay, let me start over. Inside Out to me is an uncreative person's idea of a creative movie. It's like if you had no creative bone in your body or your brain, if I were to imagine, dude, what's the craziest mind-blowing movie? Oh my God, they're inside your head and they're emotions, but each emotion's a person. I feel like that's like the most generic cookie cutter human individual's idea of the craziest movie ever, which is crazy to me because that idea has been done before. Like there are already movies before Inside Out that did the idea not exactly as good, but in a much more original way. I feel like Inside Out thinks it's way more clever than it actually is. Yin Yang Yo, banger of a show. Hey, sweet rhyme. Thing number 1. Thing number 2, let's go to Google and figure out what this Yin Yang Yo thing is. With a name like that, I can't not research into it. Oh, it's this show. I didn't know it had that stupid of a name. I thought it was like a normal named thing. Is this made by the same people who made Wow Wow Wubsy? It looks very similar. Look at this. Yeah, I know. My mom remembers that show. I mean, I do. I just remember that it looked like it was animated on Flash in 2007, which it definitely was, actually. That's how they did it back in the day. And if for any of you don't know what this show... Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. It's definitely the same animators. Look at this. Same shit. Looks quite literally identical. This could be from the same show, and I would 100% trust you. Let's see. What is it about? It's a Flash animated television series. That's an actual genre of show. I had no idea. I had no idea that back in the day when Flash animation was that new, people would just jump onto it. People consider Flash animation kind of insulting nowadays. I think it has a charm to it. You know what this reminds me of? This stuff reminds me of like playing Papa's Freezeria on my computer when I was supposed to be doing schoolwork when I wasn't supposed to. My dad would download all of the ad blockers and all of the website blockers he wanted, but some of those sites would still seep through the cracks. They're about anthropomorphic twin rabbits named Yin and Yang, of course, and their sensei-like panda figure named Yo. Imagine being named just Yo. No wonder he has a 5 o'clock shadow. His parents gave him the worst name ever. I'm sure that's just his character. It really looks Flash animated, like that like just the shapes and all that. And that's no slam against Flash animated series. It's fine. It was nominated for the British Academy Children's Award by the BAFTA in the international category, but lost to Nickelodeon's SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm not even going to say they got stiffed or anything like that. It's fine. Related. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. When they say related, I guarantee it was made by the same people. How about that? If you like that, then I recommend Wow Wow Wubsy. Just put on your kindergartner hat and forget every single mature subject or idea that you've thought about in the last 10 years and just go back to when you were a kid and watch that show. It's not that bad. The only episode of Wow Wow Wubsy I remember is Wubsy gets amnesia by falling down a hill and hitting his head on a bump on a tree. And he forgets all of his sex ed classes. It's a whole calamity. And so when the main characters are teaching the main character, Wubsy, how to bone again, he actually hits his head again, and then it takes his amnesia away, which is very interesting to me. I feel like there are probably cranial scientists who responded to that episode. It's not how it works, kids. If you forget shit, don't hit your head on a big rock, because that's not how you're going to remember stuff. But that's what happened in the show.
What about Yo Gabba Gabba?
That show was not made by the same people as Wow Wow Wubsy, but that was a good show too. I like his giant furry hat. I remember the only thing you would talk about is how stupid his hat looked. Nah, that show was overrated. Not Bubble Guppies. I'm not gonna engage with that show. But Yo Gabba Gabba was pretty cool. Whatever happened to that guy? The giant orange furry, like, what happened to that dude? I miss him in his giant orange spandex suit. When I was a kid, I called him like, I think when I was a kid, I called him Obama on drugs. But that's fine. I've gotten better since then, and now I recognize that he's just a guy on drugs. What year was Yo Gabba Gabba? This was 2007. This was a golden era for children's television programming, if you're asking me. SpongeBob was in their last good year. Yo Gabba Gabba was, and probably Ed, Edd and Eddy. I forgot the exact chronology, but just so many great shows. This was before the Cartoon Network renaissance, and Nickelodeon was 100% dominating. At around this time, Cartoon Network sucked ass, by the way. Who was the Cartoon Network fanboy? Hattie Salim, if you're still here, let me tell you something. The biggest thing on Cartoon Network at the time were reruns of Looney Tunes and Destroy, Build, Destroy. Come on. You knew they were running on empty until regular show and Adventure Time came into the scene and changed everything. So my thesis, which is a really, really good segue, actually, here. I actually forgot what it was going to be. Here, let me make one from scratch. Give me a second. Destroy. Okay, it was fun when I was a kid who just wanted nothing but just dopamine intake without actually considering anything intelligent about the show I was watching. Obviously, unintelligent shows are super cool and all that, but Destroy, Build, Destroy was so stupid, and they paid off those teenage actors to just, they were reading from a script. I was like, dude, just destroy shit already and stop talking, because every single time they'd have a conversation in the show, they were just reading from a script, but they were trying to pretend like it was an impromptu conversation on camera. Dude, wouldn't it be cool if we destroyed a bar of soap and threw it at an old lady in the street? It's like, yeah, you read that. Some stupid 40-year-old balding executive wrote that on a piece of paper for you. Just destroy shit and acknowledge that you're reading from a script and that you're being paid off already. Just stop the charade. That and Hole in the Wall. I never watched Hole in the Wall because I always thought it would just be the same shit. It's just literally you're just trying to fit into a hole in the wall. When it comes to game shows, as a kid, I always like, dude, I could watch Chopped. Why would I watch Hole in the Wall? But with that said, maybe I'm missing out on something real special. Because no other game show relies on a hole in the wall for their main source of conflict. I always like the Destroy, Build, Destroy. You could like do different things with it with every episode. With that said, though, when I realized that there were other shows that existed out there, I immediately like realized, wow, I gotta expand my horizons. Imagine if that's my best show of all time. Destroy, Build, Destroy. That'd be something else. All right, blow the hair off my keypad. Thesis of the day.
Oh no. Well, you just stay.
here. Hands. This is a long one. Oh, this is too long. Come on. Who put a character limit on these? It's probably to avoid, right, the giant spammers or the guys who would just copy and paste a bunch of Wikipedia articles inside of a thing. I get it. Rather watch Weird Jungle Game Show. Are you talking about Survivor or like the one where they're naked and they're supposed to survive in the wilderness? And by the way, if you're naked, the best way is to rub your two balls together because your testicles are some of the most temperature sensitive parts of your body. If it's 50 degrees outside and you go outside without clothes, without proper protocol, you will die and you will get gangrene on your testicles within 20 minutes. You'll die. It's called Legends of the Hidden Temple. What is that? I've never heard of that. That's really surprising. I've been around the block, so I'm surprised I haven't heard about that shit before. Give me a second. It looks like the Temple Run logo. Teams embark on a cheesy... like the summary just acknowledges that it's cheesy. Oh my god. Only to discover the legends behind it are real. They must navigate a series of booby traps. It's like the thing from Indiana Jones, where you have the spears that go through the guy's head. Let's hope that actually happens. I want to watch people actually get butchered on a TV show, but you know that the executives are going to be boring. They're not going to let people die in their show. So fucking lame. It's old. Yeah, what year was this? 1993. Okay. It was canceled because the ratings were so monumentally low that they could not afford due to, I guess, the audiences going to their headquarters with pitchforks. They couldn't handle the idea of continuing the show with all the backlash. That's unfortunate. Well, that was my thesis, and that was day 714. Again, I just woke up, and I've become reliant on Coke a little bit. And so I haven't been really drinking the Coke because I'm trying to destroy that reliance that I've built up recently. With that said, my decaffeinated self is saying thank you for watching. And I want to thank everybody who joined the stream. Quirin, Danny Taz, Hadi Salim, Desmus Gzix, and of course, yours truly, that's me. I want to say thank you very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow. That'll be day 715. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, also not die, eat food, very important. And McBurgerness popping in at the very end for a little bit of a Stan Lee cameo style appearance right there. You're welcome. Thank you, McBurgerness. And I'll see you tomorrow. The end. Goodbye. End the stream. Press the button. There we go.